Good morning. Happy New Year to all of you. In today's session of Current Affairs series, we will having a detailed discussion on the report released by World Meteorological Organization that 2024 is the hottest year. Let's first discuss why this is so. Throughout 2024, a series of reports from WMO community highlighted the rapid pace of climate change and its far-reaching impact on every aspect of sustainable development. Record-breaking rainfalls were documented as well as catastrophic flooding, scorching heat waves with temperatures exceeding 50 degrees Celsius and devastating wildfires. The organization found that climate change added 41 days of dangerous heat in 2024, harming human health and ecosystem in their report when risk become reality extreme weather. Now let's see what are the hope even during this crisis. Despite the grim reality, the year 2024 saw notable advancement with the adoption of the Pact for the Future, a landmark agreement to promote disarmament, financial reform, gender equality, and ethical technological innovation. Second, the COP29 UN Climate Conference that was held in Baku, Azerbaijan, also recently discussed ways to increase finance for poor countries to support them in coping with the impacts of extreme weather. Third, developing countries are responsible for a small amount of historic carbon emission, but as WMO research has highlighted, are being hit the hardest by the extreme weather. Moreover, in response to the Secretary General's call to action on extreme heat, a targeted group of experts representing 18 international organizations and 12 countries convened to WMO headquarters in December to advance a coordinated framework for tackling the growing threats of extreme heat. Now, let's see why WMO has indicated 2025 a pivotal year. First, with 2025 designated as the International Year of Glaciers Prevention, WMO and UN Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization aim to prioritize efforts to protect the cryosphere, the Earth's frozen region critical to regulating global temperatures. Additionally, WMO is advancing initiatives like the Global Greenhouse Gas Watch, which aims to improve the monitoring of greenhouse gas net flux globally. Next, by 2027, the organization also aims to ensure universal protection from hazardous environmental events through life-saving anticipatory system currently developed in the Early Warning for All program. Now let's see global initiatives with reference to climate change. First, UN Climate Convention. The United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, agreed in 1992, is the main international treaty on fighting climate change. Its objective is to prevent dangerous man-made interference with the global climate system. Second is Conference of the Parties, that is COP. The COP is the decision-making body of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. Third is Paris Agreement. At COP21 in 2015 in Paris, all United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change parties adopted the Paris Agreement, the first ever universal, legally binding global climate agreement. The goal is to keep the global temperature rise below 20 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial level and to limit it to 1.5 degrees Celsius. Fourth is the Global Initiative for Information Integrity on Climate Change. This uses the United Nations Principles for Information Integrity to promote science-based information and debunk myths. Fifth is, according to UN, CO2 emission needs to be net zero by 2050. And the sixth is, at the most recent COP29 summit in Azerbaijan in November 2024, richer countries committed to give developing nations at least $300 billion a year by 2035 to help them tackle climate change. COP30 will take place in Belém, Brazil in November 2025. In parallel to these, the Indian government has also taken several initiatives. First, National Action Plan on Climate Change. It is launched in 2008. This plan outlines 8 national missions to address climate change, including National Solar Mission, National Mission for Enhanced Energy Efficiency, and National Mission for Sustainable Habitat. The plan was extended for 2025-26. Second is Emissions Reducing Plan 2030. This framework aims to increase green jobs, boost manufacturing of low emission products, and promote innovative technologies. Third is Targets for 2030. India has set several targets to achieve. First, meet 50% of its energy requirements from renewable sources. Second, reduce total projected carbon emission by 1 billion tons. Third, increase non-fossil energy capacity to 500 gigawatts. And last one is reduce carbon intensity by more than 45%. Fourth is India has set a target to achieve net zero emission by 2027. That's all for today. For more such videos, stay tuned to GS Nexus.